this character of Suleiman is, in a sense, more complex because your the character arc is so vast, and your physical transformation and your aging as we watch. Did this challenge you in new ways as an actor?
See, if you look at, I've never played anything above my age level, and I've very consciously made effort to do that because it's very uncomfortable for me to I need to see myself somewhere when I see a playback, and I mean, I don't want anything to be forced into me. So I always thought about this, and I kept avoiding films that had a different age group to play and things like that. So after Trans, I wanted to do something that I've not done before. Like, I wanted to unlearn and learn something new. So that was the time Mahesh had come. So it's always the right time, I hear the calling bell, So, I heard the story, and I was, more than the character, I was excited about the story. And I thought the film had a very foreign narrative, and, it's very new, and people have not explored that in Kerala. I mean, not even not in the recent past. So I was excited about the idea of making that film. And it's at a later point, it struck me that, okay, I have to play an old age now. So what's the deal now? Yeah. So the notion was that, you have to gain weight, you have to grow your stomach, and, you have to. So I was sure that I don't want to do that. So I didn't say yes to the project, but I knew that even Mahesh and I knew that we were going to do this. But how to crack it was we kept deciding on my look. And that's when my mother sent me my granddad's a photograph of my granddad. So he was a very built man, and during his late 60s or old age, he sort of he became very lean, and he became a smaller person than how he was earlier. That was very exciting for me. Someone to look smaller and more powerful. I got excited about that aspect of it. So then I shared the image with Mahesh, and then Mahesh actually spoke to Ranjit, who was the makeup artist. Then it was all. So I told him we'll shoot the old age first. The intention was, if it isn't working, we can leave the film there. There's no point going ahead. So
there's a specific moment which really for me said so much more than what was happening on screen, because you're telling your version of the story to your best friend's son, and at one point you just tap his leg, okay, and just so heartbreaking, because it felt like that encapsulated everything that had gone wrong, and that was so tragic. Tell me, how do moments like that happen? Do you plan it? Does it just come when you're doing it?
I remember talking to Mahesh about it, while I was doing that. So that was like, so the first few takes I didn't do that. That gesture was not there. So Mahesh kept telling me there's something missing. So we kept doing it, and so suddenly I felt like consoling him. I thought he was really sorry about this entire thing, and I felt like consoling him, and I felt like touching him. I was touching my son actually. So I felt like touching him, and that really worked. I thought. I mean, Mahesh was also very excited about it. So I think, see, the fact is that Mahesh was saying there's something missing. There's something missing. So I knew that you had to come up with something more defining and clear for the relations to work. So, like I said, it's again a collaboration. If Mahesh was not there, that wouldn't have happened. So,
Fahadh, in the first interview we had done, you had talked about how you hold on to single phrases to build characters. And when it was Bangalore Days, Anjali Menon said that your character is a noble warrior. And that was your one note for that character. Was there a note like that for Suleiman?
See, like I said, Suleiman is not one individual. Actually, he represents an ideology of a lot of things. So, it was, for me, the 30 years lifespan of a character. I think there's so much detailing that, it was not about one single, detailing. I wanted to hear so much about it. Like, I kept asking Mahesh about, was religion important for this guy? Why would he tell Rosalind that I would want my kids to be? So I don't want to spoil the film for you. So there were discussions like, is religion important for Suleiman? So Mahesh, he tried to give me the narrative and, his side of it. So as a performer, or, as a storyteller, what I see it as a layer for storytelling. If people see it, well and good, but it's not done in such a way that okay, there's only religion. So there's so many things to discuss. I think the idea is to give people the freedom to actually pick up what they want and discuss. And I assume Malik is a kind of film that you can, it'll have repeated viewing, and every time you see it, I'm sure you will discover one new thing that you didn't discover in your previous viewing. So for this kind of layering, I think all these detailing is important. Religion is important. The political scenario is important. Love is important. Hatred is important. So Malik is, it's packed like that. The narrative is actually packed like that. So I think it was important to have all these layers. Yeah.
Fahad, tell me about your fascination for morally ambiguous characters. Suleiman.
It's what's given to me. It's what's given to me. I want to do the boy next door, and I want to do a Dilwale Dulhaniya and all that. This is what I get.
They just think of you as the psycho in
yeah. So
or Joji.
Yeah. So can you imagine? Sham is telling me like 3 days before shooting Shami that I don't think anyone else can do justice. You just do it, man. You don't need a makeup and you just come and do it. So yeah, so that's what I get.
No one's casting you as the sort of chocolate boy romantic hero.
No, I've not heard anything. Lately, not anything close to that.
Last time I interviewed Fahad for Joji, and I said, "Do you know you're a pan-India star?" And he said, "No." So Fahad, has more realization come now, or still not?
No, absolutely no.